moment, we're outside the perimeter fence of the actual festival grounds. We are just about to visit the event control center. This is where they have special teams to monitor safety, to monitor crowd flow, to monitor weather.
One thing, of course, an important topic is the topic of drugs and the zero tolerance policy here. We had an incident yesterday where someone was tweeting, looking forward, going to Tomorrowland and using drugs. We picked it up here, and actually you can see it on the screen. Immediately the police responded to that very same person and saying, you know, forget the drugs, come to Tomorrowland. And here with the 3D overview of the area, and I will turn it around for you. So here you see the main stage with all the emergency information. On top of that, you see the actual GPS location of all the officers with their call sign. So if on the screens we see any disturbance, we can actually look where everyone is.
Continued on. You said it wasn't long before you knew you were in trouble in the crowd. And Timothy there is describing people around obviously in distress. But as that scene is playing out, how much longer is there an actual concert going on while you all are, what it sounds like, almost fighting for your lives?
Yes, I remember at one point the concert stopped. It did get silent. I'm not sure what was going on, but everyone around me was chanting help. We were all screaming at the top of our lungs, help, help, help. And I describe it as kind of like we're stranded on an island and we see a plane coming by and we're all just screaming help. And we have hope that maybe this is the moment that we'll be saved. But then the concert continued. And the plane kept flying, and at that point, I feel like everything got more intense, and everyone continued just screaming and saying that they couldn't breathe, and it was just really, really scary.
Give me some context there. You might have been shocked or confused in the moment that the concert was still going on, but now that you have some perspective after the fact, what do you think about the idea that the concert continued while what was happening in the crowd was happening?
I just feel like we were all so helpless, and I really feel like we were trapped because there was rails to the side of us, there was rails in the back of us, and I truly feel like that is why people lost their lives, because we were trapped inside of chest-high barricades and we couldn't escape. We saw security in the distance, but they couldn't see us. They were within 5 feet away, but for some reason they couldn't see us being sucked in by the crowd. And
this is just an overcrowding situation. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, that happened. Or do you all directing some of your, I guess, maybe anger right now or ire towards anyone in particular for what happened?
I want to say the event organizers, I feel like should take the blame because we were trapped inside of barricades. We've been to other Astroworld festivals and we were able to escape. If we were in the crowd and we needed to get out, we were able to just walk to the back, run to the back, and able to leave. But this time, we were trapped inside of barricades, so when you walk to the back, you're still just so tight and compressed, and there's no way to get out unless someone picks you up and carries you over. And there's so many people screaming for help, so it's hard to save everyone.
And to add to that, the security, I remember telling me directly, we're not bringing you over the rails unless you are unconscious and you fainted. So I do hold the lack of security responsible and just the organization of the event. I think it was really oversold and understaffed.
A grieving community is demanding answers on how things went so horribly wrong and why so many warning signs were missed, ending in at least 8 deaths and hundreds injured. Late today, Houston Police Chief Troy Finner responded, his first press conference in nearly 4 days.
We're going to hold people accountable. We owe it to the city, we owe it to our nation, And we need to learn lessons from this.
Chief Finner met with Travis Scott just before Friday night's concert, expressing concerns about crowd control and Scott's social media messages.
I had no reason to believe that it wasn't going to be safe, but I'm the kind of chief that I meet with people. I told you I've met him twice.
But was the second time afterwards, or have you spoken to his team since?
Before the concert.
But over the years, Scott celebrated chaos and encouraged rage. One Instagram post, still active, expresses love for a fan whose face is covered in blood. While Scott briefly halted the show,
we need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here.
He played on, even after authorities declared a mass casualty event.
It has to be a group. The ultimate authority to end a show is with production and the entertainer, okay?
The chief also said that it was the role of Live Nation to secure 2 large mosh pits that were packed full with fans directly in front of the stage, and that he added later that as soon as CPR started being administered there, that police did tell those in charge of the event to shut it down. Nora?